Shalom, Alaikum. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Racha Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And today I just want to get into a lesson on how pretty much Esau's at the end of his road. You know, pretty much this kingdom, the fall of Edom, this man is about to come to a standstill. This man's about to be stopped in his tracks. And this is the time that pretty much we all have been anticipating the end of the world, the end of this world, which is going to bring forth the kingdom of heaven. And we have always life and existence, itself have been anticipating the fall of this man. Matter of fact, let's start off with something real quick in the book of Job. Job chapter 21, verse 7. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yet are mighty in power? See, and that's concerning the so-called white man. He said the wicked live and become old, meaning what this man pretty much was in power. He had the longest run, the longest stint out of all the nations. When you go into the statue of Daniel, pretty much, this man is pretty much the whole bottom half of the statue. You had Babylonians as the head. You had the Media Persian, like as the torso. But you also had the thighs on down to the damn feet from the Greeks, the Romans, all the way up to this beast system. It's been this nigga, man. And it says almighty and power because what contributes to this man and his strength, his blessing, the sword, man. And without the right lenses, it will be perceived that there's no way this man is going down. Now, let's just say America going down. A nigga would think that the Russians is up next. When no, all the Edomites are going down, man. As well as the other nations. Because when that stone hit the feet of that statue, which that's our Lord Yahweh, the whole statue fell. So that's all the heat is going to fall, when the return of our Lord comes, man. But the point is what we are now here. Matter of fact, let's get something real quick. Let's go to Psalm 73. Psalms chapter 73. And I start at verse 3. It says, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. See, and we all showed envy at one point in time. From trying to go to school, college, making a career, hitting the studio, hitting the gym. Because it was a certain standard this man has set to be considered well off, to be considered doing well, prospering. And a lot of people as a whole, beat their head against the wall to try to make that happen. It says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. See? That's what it's perceived, that this man, there's no stopping this man. He's not being leaded. Like I say, his strength is firm, his military might. With this beast. So that's why it tells you in Revelation 13 chapter, who shall make war with the beast? But we are in the time where the Lord is stopping this man in his tracks. He can only go so far now. Like I said, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, have given us the right lenses, the spiritual lens to see what's really happening. Because the nigga got the lenses of America, he see 10 years on down the line. He got a 10-year plan. But what we see that it's the end through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. So let me jump down to Psalm 73, verse 16. It says, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. See? This man having this reign of terror. And the only thing our people now, they just concede. They already got in their mind they're going to die here in America. So their goal is to try to make a soft landing for their children. Teach them the ropes of being an American. Well, that's not the case for us, man. It says, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, meaning we're coming into this truth, man, being enlightened. Now we have those spiritual goggles to see what's really going on. And what's that? It said, then understood I their end, see? So now we understand we at the end of the so-called white man. That's why we seeing these events taking place throughout the planet Earth. This man is not prospering as he once did. He's pretty much being dried up. You seeing the money finna crash. These nations don't reverence this man as they once did. The lack of morals, which this place never had morals. But now it's known that this nigga never had no morals. And everything else that's contributing to the downfall of an empire is saying it, man. And really this is a decree from Yahweh Shema Shai. Really, the Lord is rejecting his man. The Lord is saying no to Esau, and we seeing that play out. So matter of fact, let's get this in the book of Job 38. The book of Job, chapter 38. And Job 38, verse 10. It says, break up forward my decreed place and set bars and doors. See, so this is a decree. To set bars and doors, meaning barriers, bounds. What's that? Matter of fact, let's get that in the book of Job 14, I believe. Job chapter 14, verse, it might be 7, Slacky. Hold on, bear with me. Yeah, 14 and 5, Slacky. Yep, the book of St. John. It's like Job 14, verse 5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. See, so this man, his days are numbered. Even though this man had a long run, and guess what? It's gonna come to an end. It's gonna eventually come to an end. It tells you that pretty much all these kingdoms have it coming is that they fail. No, not this of old. Since man placed upon the earth that the triumph of the wicked is short. So yeah, all these empires, they came and went, man. It's not the so-called white man ain't special. Where this nigga got another 1,000 years. No, man. We at the end of his run as well. His months has been numbered. He on the clock as well. It said, thou has appointed, see, decreed his bounds that he cannot pass, see. So this is a decree that there's a appointed time that this man is going to go down, and we in that time now. That's why we seeing the downfall of this man. So this Job 38, verse 11, it said, hitherto shall thou come, see? Meaning what? Run your course. He who now will let until, So hitherto shalt thou come, but no further, see? And Lord will, that no further is here in 2022. Lord will, this is the last year that this man, and his reign of terror come to an end. But this is a commandment. This is not a suggestion. This is an actual commandment. It said, hitherto shalt thou come, but no further. And here shall thy proud ways be stayed. See, so you can see, unless it's talking about the Edomites, the word proud is there. This is associated with this devil. This is one of his characteristics. This is one of those things that lets you know that's talking about the Edomites. That's one of the code words for the Edomites, the proud. You know. I would tell you that we read 2 Ezra 11th chapter, concerning the Roman Empire. When we read on down, we got like the 44th verse tells you that time was the proud times. The time of the Edomites, man. Obadiah, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. The Edomite but said, here shall thy proud ways be stayed. Meaning what? This is it. When you read Revelation the 9th chapter, it's a appointed time. It's a month, a day, a year, from all the way down to the second. Where this man's gonna go down, man. And we are here. Ain't nothing else this man can really do to add a second to on his rulership, man. Everything is going right in the quarter schedule. That's why we seeing the commotions, over there in Ukraine. We seeing the MOTB on the rise and becoming more and more in your face. All those are signs to the end of an empire, end of this empire. As a matter of fact, because pretty much Esau has ran into a dead end, man. And there is nothing you can do. Like I said, that the Lord set bars and doors, and let's say if a door locked, you can't enter. The pride of this nigga, he's trying to kick the door down. He's trying to force the door open, man. Well, he's not going to succeed. He's not going to prevail. No matter how many laws and legislations you pass, no matter how much you beef up your military, it's going to all be in vain, man. This is Jeremiah 5:22. Fear ye not me, saith the Lord. Will ye not tremble at my presence? See, so that's concerning the prophets. When the prophets come on the scene, that's the presence of the Lord. And your reaction should be fear. When you read the book of Samuel, I believe the 16th chapter, Samuel came into the city, it said the elders trembled when they seen Samuel. Asked him, is he coming in peace? Because the prophets, the Lord don't send the prophets to give you a pat on the back. No, the Lord sent forth the prophets to warn you, man. What Habakkuk said, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. When you blow the trumpet, let the inhabitants of the land trumpet. That's the reaction, you should have when the presence of the Lord, which is, through the prophets. But that's awesome. That's ultimately gonna go as well as perfection when the Lord actually return. But just going back, the Lord, the prophets is the one that's proclaiming this message before it actually plays out. So it says, fear you not me, saith the Lord. Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree? See? So we know that this man, it's a decree that's set for. It's an order that this man is gonna go down a certain point in time, and it's a perpetual decree. So it's not like the Lord's gonna switch it up, add 5 more years to this man. No, man. And that sand is what's keeping this man from passing over those boundaries. When you read that, you can read that in 2 Ezra the 4th chapter, man. Concerning the sea that's going to take over the forest, or that forest that want to have more, But what stopped the sea? The sand. What stopped that forest? That fire. But it's a decree that it cannot pass it. And that's what we seeing. We seeing the rejection of Edom. It says, and though the waves thereof toss themselves, see, though this man, like I said, this man beef up his military. He got sentinels and mechanical dogs. all these things physically to intimidate you and to keep you suppressed and oppressed and subject. Guess what? It says, yet can they not prevail. See? Though they roar, meaning his laws, his legislation, these draconian laws being passed, when that MOTB is going to be, that's actually going to be a law. It's going to be a mandate. That's actually going to be put in paper, for the people to really, for you to continue in this system, and that's going to show who love Yahweh Shema or not. That ultimatum, when that MOTB is mandate, you know, I said you gotta pick a side then for real. Your faith gonna have to be shown. But it says, though they roar, mean this man, these laws and these different legislations, or you gotta send the power of the pen. Tells you that in the Psalm 12 chapter, it said, with our tongue we shall prevail. It's not gonna work. It said, yet can they not pass over it. See? So this it's a dead end up ahead, and this nigga think he gonna make a way. He's gonna run into a brick wall. Which that's ultimately that's our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. Because when our Lord Yahweh Shai return, tells you he's gonna root out of his kingdom all things that offend. So that's Esau. And everything that represents him. And that's from a nigga to a embassy, And ultimately all of America's gonna be wiped off the map as well, man. But we at the end, this man, he's at the end of his road. He has ran his course. So yeah, I just hope that we're edifying. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. That's Jesus' word and our true faith and sincerity. DTA, abide Babal. Soon. Very